What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Micro Squad. My name is Gabby, and today we have a themed workout for the zodiac signs. So it's for the Libras, and if you're not a Libra, you can still take the class, but it's centered and focused around Libra energy. I just have the ball of bars that are 3 pounds, and that's all. So we're gonna do some workout on the floor. To start, we're gonna start in an elbow plank. So elbows down and up on your toes, ready to get going. Cool. Shoulders stacked over those elbows. Try to separate those hands, making 11 with those forearms. Wrapping the shoulders back and down. You squeeze the core, you squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. All right, when you're ready, start taking some deep breaths, and then up on those toes, you shift forward and bring it back to center. Good, so moving forward, coming back to center. For Libras, your core is super important. Your core personality means everything to you, so gotta have a strong core mentally and physically. Those breaths getting deeper, feeling the heat in that core all around that center body. Good, staying strong. We're gonna flip it on over to our back. We got some bicycles up next. Keep shifting forward, coming back to center, your core personality. Good, for 5, flip it over, 3, 2, and 1, nice work. All right, flipping it over to your back. We're gonna lay it down. We're gonna do some bicycles here. So from your booty up to your shoulders, press it down to the floor. You can start in a reverse tabletop. And then from here, extend one leg, opposite elbow comes to opposite knee. Let's press the low back down into the floor. Let's take it really slow. Again, coming to that center, that core, really important to those Libras. Elbow to knee connection, not knee to elbow, or not knee to elbow, but elbow to knee. Good. The Libras also love outdoors, so this isn't your Peloton bicycle indoors. We're outdoors doing these bicycles. One with nature. Good. Low back continues to press down, working those obliques. Chin and neck up off the floor. Chin off your chest. So everything's lifted. Good. And again, slow and controlled. Here for 8. We're going to stand it on up next. We'll use those ball of bars. We got 1 lower body move. The rest is upper body and core. All right. We're going to stand it up in 3, 2, 1. Whew. Roll it on up. Grab those ball of bars. Cool. So 1 in each hand. We're going to do this 1 lower body move, and then the rest is upper body and core. So really make the best time of this lower body. Both the bars. We're going to do single leg deadlifts or RDLs. So 1 leg's going to go behind, and you're going to hinge forward at the hips, reach your fingertips forward, and then come back to center. Switch legs here. So we're alternating legs. You're teeter-tottering forward. Good, and you're coming back to center. So those ball of bars, they're a little extra weight. Taking it slow so that you keep that balance. That's why this is in here. Libras love balance. We're testing it right now. We're really working on it. You're sending your chest forward, not in a rounded motion. We are sending it out and down. Make sure you still keep that out motion and down. If lifting your leg is too much, you're too off balance here, you can always kickstand your back leg, hinge at the hips, come to center, and switch it out. You want to keep a little soft bend in that standing leg. You want to try to keep those hip bones square to the ground. So try not to open up too much. That'll cause you to lose balance. Think about pressing your pinky and your big toe into the ground. See how that changes that move. Really solid foundation. Strong in that balance here. Good. Keep it up. Really feeling it in those hamstrings, those glutes, testing that balance. We're moving on to an upper body move. We'll stay standing for it. We got Delt Flies coming up. Good. We're going to stand it all the way up. Just keep the weights in the hands. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Let's pivot to the front. We got Delt Flies here. So feet hip width distance, bend in the knees, hinge at the hips. So we're going to start with those hands in front, little bend in the elbows, and then lift the weights up to about shoulder height. Good. Keep that soft bend in the elbows. We're doing these flies because Libra is an air sign. So you're flying here. Flying in the air. Soft bend in those elbows. Good. And then you should feel the back of your shoulders and your lats starting to fire up at the top. If you feel that, if you stop and squeeze, you'll really feel it there. Your palms are facing each other the whole time. They're facing the ground as you lift. You got that hinge at the hips. Good. So that's what helps us get into those back muscles, rather than if you were just standing, it'd be a little bit more shoulders. So we hinge at the hips and get the work in our back. You can almost pinch those shoulder blades. You're keeping that core tight so that you don't start to feel it in your low back. If you start to feel it in your low back, stand up, take a breath, and then really have that core solid. Glutes are even squeezed a little bit, and then you can put all that weight into those delts for these flies. Good, keep it up. Slow and controlled, we want to focus on that good form. So you take it slow and controlled. Good. We're going to stand it all the way up for a shoulder press. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. So if you need a little stretch in the back, stand it on up. We got a shoulder press up next. So start with goalpost arms. Palms are facing the front. And then bars come up to touch at the top. Shoulder press. When you come down, elbows stop right at the shoulders, and then they go back up. Squeeze your core here. Do a little tuck of the tailbone. Squeeze the core. Good. And then that'll put a lot more focus in the shoulders because you have that solid foundation at the bottom. The shoulders aren't coming up towards those ears. You're just lifting those weights up, slowly lowering down. Good. And we got these high expectations here. Those are those Libras for us, that Libra energy. We got high expectations, so really reach high. Good. As you fatigue, those shoulders really want to creep up by the ears, but make sure you relax them down your back. Good. If you need a little break from just that up and down movement, you can always bring those elbows in, bring them back out, and then go up to that shoulder press. Feels good to bring in some other muscles here. Good, stick with it. You're here for 12. Maybe bring in the elbow connection to break it up. Stick with it. Almost there. We're going to bring those arms down for newspaper. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Little break from the shoulders here. Start in a bicep curl into a newspaper. Good. Elbows glued together here. And then you're pivoting at those rotator cuffs, getting strong in the biceps, the shoulders. Taking it slow. I know it's a little movement, but really slow. If you want, when your hands come together, you can crisscross your hands, make sure they're alternating. Make sure you're not using momentum here either. You're strong in those muscles. You should feel your shoulders rotating, your elbows glued to your side. So we're not dancing it out here. We're slow and controlled and being mindful of these movements. Good. And I'm kind of thinking the modern day newspaper is something on your phone or your iPad or laptop. So it's a modern day newspaper, but really taking a break from those things that if they're not serving you, taking a tech break, something like that, that's important to Libras to stay balanced and things like that. So make sure you do that. Take care of yourself. Good. We're gonna meet in that bicep curl coming up. Good, we'll just meet in that bicep curl. I'll get you to that next move in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here in that bicep curl, just how we started that newspaper. And then reach those fingertips forward. And then slowly lower back to right where we started. Serve the platter. Nice. Elbows glued to your side, just like newspaper. And then your fingertips reach forward. You keep a little bend in the elbows. You keep your shoulders down, your core tight. Get into those biceps here. And for the Libra energy, we are very caring and sharing with others. So we're serving this platter of kindness, serving it to others. And we're serving to others this arm workout that this workout has turned into. So really strong in the upper body. Nice job. Keep serving that platter. We're going to hinge at the hips one last time, getting into our triceps to finish that upper body. So we'll keep those bars. We'll hinge at the hips for sexy back in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, nice job. These biceps are burning. So hinge at the hips, just like those Delt Flies. From here, bend the elbows and squeeze the shoulder blades. Palms are facing towards your shoulders, so facing up, and then extending out. When you extend out, those palms are just going to naturally face down. You don't need to turn the wrists at all. They'll just naturally go to that place just by bending and extending those elbows. So elbows, try to keep them lifted. I know as we get tired, they start to come down. Try to keep them lifted. Feel that shoulder blade pinch, and then work on those triceps here. So we're just bending and extending at this elbow crease. And maybe even a little hold at the top. You'll feel those triceps working. Keep that core tight so you don't feel that low back. You're wondering, how is sexy back related to Libra? Okay, another one. Stick with me. So I feel like every time I think of sexy back, I think of the Justin Timberlake song. Like, who doesn't? And Libras are very social. So we're at the club. Sexy back comes on. Hopefully you have some better moves than this if you're out dancing. But this is probably a good dance move. Like I would do it. Make sure you have a long neutral spine. So your gaze is sort of out and forward, not looking down at your toes and not looking up either, not cranking the neck. Good. Feeling it in those triceps. My gosh. We're going to come down to the floor. We're finishing our last 2 moves down on the floor. So almost there. Keep it up with those triceps. Really burning here. Elbows lifted 1 more inch for 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, down onto the floor. Let's finish here. Come down to your knees. We're going to do a wheelbarrow with no props, just the floor here. So start in that modified plank position on your knees. You're in that wheelbarrow position. Shoulders stacked over those wrists. So it's just like a modified plank right now. You should feel the core starting to fire up once again. And then when you're ready, try not to move your hips too much, like barely at all, and reach your fingertips forward forward as far as you can, and then walk them back. Whew, nice. So fingertips just slowly creep out. Try not to move the hips around. So really easy would be like moving the hips, but that's not even getting into your core. So try not to move at all. Really slow and controlled walk those fingertips out. Once again, Libras and nature are one. So this is your outdoor wheelbarrow. Taking your crops from one side of the outdoors to the other. Walking it out, bringing it back in. Shoulders away from those ears. Again, try not to sway in those hips too much. Really solid. Reaching out and coming back in. Good. Let's take this into a tricep push-up. So wrists under those shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Just finishing it off here on those knees. Tricep push-up. Elbows squeezed in, lowering down, coming back up. Just on your knees here, you can do it. We're gonna meet in a tabletop to finish. So get 3 more in. There's 1. Get 2 more in. Tabletop position after this last one. Whew. So strong. Take a quick breath. Get into that tabletop. We're gonna get into some bird dogs to finish. So left leg extends out, point the toes, hips down, and then right arm extends. Go ahead and start doing little lifts here. Good. So finishing this workout off with balance and symmetry here. We're gonna do the other side as well, but that's that big, big Libra energy. Good. Taking those pulses into a little crunch in 3, 2, and 1. So still that left leg lifted. That right elbow is going to come into that left knee and then back out. Extend, reach to either side of the room. Come back in. Good. We're going to switch it out coming up. You got it. We got that balance. We got that symmetry. We'll switch it other side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Right leg extends right away. Hip shifts down. Left arm extends. Oop, we're going to do those pulses. Good. That right hip's down. Left arm's extending. And you're just pulsing here. That thumb lifts at the same time as that heel. Good. You're taking it into a crunch up next. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go elbow to knee. Nice. Breathing here. This is it. You guys got it. So strong. That big Libra energy, balance and symmetry working here till the end. Good. We'll meet in that child's pose in 6, 5. Stay strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right. Made it. Take it to that child's pose. Stretch out those hips. Reach those fingertips long. Maybe rest that head down. Catching your breath. Sinking into those hips. And then when you're ready, just walk it up. Take some arm stretches that feel good. I know we did a lot of upper body here. So arm across your chest, switching sides. I'm just showing you a couple things. Take your time doing these, grabbing the elbow, reaching down your back, even flipping your wrists on the floor. And thank you for sharing that Libra energy with me. That was super fun. And I'll see you guys in the next Zodiac series.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the Micro Squad. Please don't forget to subscribe, check out some of our other videos, and check out our on-demand classes. They are on our website, themicrosquad.com, and we'll see you next time.